I don't know. But this is the first session of the Blizzard War campaign. Welcome, everyone. This is going to be a 3-player game. I want to see if I can run a more close, player-focused narrative than with my larger party on Fridays. Because while I focus well on players there, I find it hard to do so.
Hardest part of the game, in my experience as a GM, is making each player individually feel like they are an important and needed part of the game.
Exactly. And one of the campaigns I follow is a 3-player game primarily. They've had some 4th players, currently have 4, not sure how long that's going to last. I think that might be a guest player, basically. But, welcome! All of you.
Yep.
You are all residents of a land known as the Kingdom of Lancaster, or the Diamond Kingdom. Not many know the reason behind the name, but it's a well-established, long-reigning kingdom. All of you are residents of the southern border town of Dondoran. Let's ping it down there. And I will move you to the map where you'll be doing most of your business for things, as everyone. This is kind of roughly the town center area of Dondoran. Just gotta drop some important people. Bartender, certain craftsman. There we go. Now, would each of you please roll me, just to start, a quick initiative, not even initiative, just a flat d20. I want to determine who I'm picking up with first.
Oh, I don't go into last.
Red, Rusty, re-roll yours to determine your order.
Okay, 1 sec.
Okay. I guess that's the order.
But only guessed.
I guess so.
Alright.
This is why this is why I don't trust roll bunny. This right here. This is why I don't trust roll bunny. I've never had dice roll like that. Fuck you.
Yeah, at least it wasn't terribly important.
You get
No, I have nat ones all the time. That's not what I'm referring to. I generally don't have a nat 1 that's immediately followed by anything within a 1 to 3 range.
Yeah.
Nat 1, nat 2.
I get nat 1s all the time.
At least
So,
you get the low
actually,
rolls out
on
of
my
the way.
current set of dice, I have not gotten a nat 1 on anything important.
It's good.
Yeah.
Alright then.
That rubs off on your roll point dice.
So,
No, I'm going to request to the GM that I be allowed to use my physical dice. And if anyone else wants me to roll for them, if the GM allows it, I will.
on other rolls, this roll is not terribly important, it just determines what order I pick up your narrative.
No. I'm saying for future reference.
Yes, for future
I believe I
reference,
specifically used
I will
that.
allow it on certain rolls. I will let you know.
Oh.
Some rolls it won't
I
matter
know.
terribly.
Well, I still prefer my dice.
I understand. Anyway, Kaylee. You had a long night last night, and you wake up in your bed over here in what is essentially the home of you and your master, Frank, who... basically, this is more of a bedroom and sleeping area than anything. The main kitchen and everything are over in the workshop. Yeah.
Ping it again so I know where it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Shall I place my token
Feel free to
there?
place your token there. You spent quite the night last night, studying, reading. By the time Frank found you, it was about 5 a.m. and he told you to go to bed. It's noon now.
Okay.
As your eyes crack open, they feel that disgusting kind of gunky you get when you don't sleep good.
Sounds exactly how I would this morning.
But you have your usual wash basin, your bookshelf, and everything else you need in the room, along with your clothing in the drawers.
There.
What do you do to get ready for the day?
Probably wash my face, brush my teeth.
Hmm?
You know, give me one of those wash basins. Wash up. Then I'm gonna go to my drawers, get my clothes, put them on, put my boots on.
Alright.
Just kind of give a little stretch, get my bones working, do some stretches, because probably got a lot of work to do.
You do, actually. You remember that last night you had a rather large steam engine brought into your workshop. And according to Frank, it's going to take considerable work to get it up and running.
Yep. She's ready to start on that steam engine, kind of. Ready to start on that steam engine.
Alright. Well, you know the door's over here. And
Where's the workshop? Over here?
yep, down here with Frank.
Where's Frank?
On the rug.
Alright,
So, yeah.
there we go.
I will say, as you leave your cozy little sleeping area, you notice that there's been a light fresh snow on the ground. Typical of the area around Dondarin. It's not the coldest. You aren't in that area too far into the mountains yet. But it's just cold enough that you get these light blankets of snow. It's quite
about
pretty.
32 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But you're used to it. And you can tolerate it for the few minutes it takes to get into the warmth of the workshop. As you walk in, you see Frank at a table, working with a piece of machinery. He smacks it with his mechanical arm. God damn it!
What's wrong there, Frank?
Just this idiot brought in cracked pipes for the repairs. Gonna have to rework them.
Can't fix cracked pipes. He needs all new pipes.
Yeah. Which means more work and more of a bill for him. Get the bellows going, girl. As you'll point over to the
Alright.
forge on the wall.
Okay, he's gonna walk over to the forge and start
Yeah.
those bellows.
And as he sets the pipes down by the forge, he'll walk over and just start working at some food. You get any sleep? Looked half dead this morning.
Just enough to be here today.
I suppose that's all you can really ask. Let's get those bellows going. I'll have something ready for you. And with that, looking at things, we cut to John Woodlock. John.
Yeah.
Now, I figure that housing in Dondarin's a bit scarce, but you easily managed to get yourself housing with the local priest. He has something of a hostel downstairs that part of which he uses as the hospital, and part of which he uses for people who need somewhere to sleep.
Yeah, I am kind of running out of staying in. Yeah, a bit of a no.
Yep. So, what do you do to get ready for the morning as you wake up on the cot?
Well, after I, get both eyes open and, realize, oh hey, it's almost noon.
Mm-hmm.
I put clothes on, strap my bits of armor on, and head upstairs, I take it, because this is downstairs.
You are in the basement.
Yeah. So yeah, I head upstairs.
A well-lit and well-cared-for basement, but still a basement.
So is
That's the best kind of basement.
You notice the priest is out. He's probably out for lunch. His tables are scattered with all sorts of alchemical reagents. As well as the priest, he's also the closest thing the town has to a proper doctor.
so, yeah, I'm gonna head over to Captain for some early lunch, late breakfast.
Alright. Well, the tavern is just across the way. You pass the frozen well. And as you enter Tragear, you would be down here at the end of the bar.
I would?
Yep. You and the bartender get on quite famously.
Oh?
After all, he is a Duragar.
Ah, yes, no, we were probably fast friends.
And he lets you sleep upstairs for a modest price since you act as something of a, hey, that guy's a pain.
Oh, yes, that.
So yeah, you feel the mental presence of this warrior walk into the door, disturbing the normal air of people having lunch just a little bit with his own hunger. As you walk in there, John,
Bartender, he's gonna want a large meal.
Hmm.
Points to the man at the door.
Johannes looks up at you. Aye, come have a seat, lad. I'll have something out of the kitchen for you in a bit. He leans behind him to a window. Hey, Marcy, get the large lunch going.
It's almost as if you read my mind.
Yeah, that's what we're known here for, good service. Now, what can I get you to drink? And of course, he leans over on the bar, which, while it looks like barrels, are actually just specialized cabinets he's made.
Let's see, it's too early for ale.
Aye.
I highly recommend.
Drink a glass of milk.
No. Too early for milk.
Too early for milk. It's never too early.
Oh no, milk is good for lunch, but you just woke up. Don't do that to your stomach. The first thing you put in your stomach should not be milk. Here, let me offer you something. And he turns to the bartender. Would you get one of my breakfast specials? The breakfast special is a basically water, cranberry juice, and some flavoring herbal oils.
Alright, Treg, yeah.
Quite delicious, refreshing, and helps wake you up.
As Johannes will begin mixing that in at the bar. He tends to shake that.
It's the best way to make it. It
And-
is shaken like a cocktail.
He'll put it down in front of John. Let me roll Johannes's bartender check.
Be a really easy one. Because it's simple, very simple.
Yeah. And he's actually got decent ranks in bartender.
Oh, then he shouldn't even need to roll for that. It's like a DC 10. Very simple.
Let's see here. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. Yeah. At that, you see him give it a flourish, and your drink is a 30.
Looks like they go to the first stage. But it's still
Basically, this is something akin to those flavored, like, water drinks they have at Starbucks. Like, like, like,
I know
not
what
quite like the refresher thing. And then also one of the oils that's in there is actually an extract of coffee bean, so it does have caffeine as well.
Yes. There you go, lad. That should both wake you up and settle your stomach slightly.
Mother says, get something new at least once a day. I guess this is something new.
Aye, it's gonna be your one new thing for the day. You think well, lad. My character actually has a very pronounced dwarven accent. By the way. And not just dwarven, but specifically a Durgar accent.
Yep.
Which is odd because he looks much closer to a human in proportions than a dwarf.
Where is his character anyway? Is it on the map? But
Yep, he's behind the bar. Oh, trigger. Yeah.
Set it down yet. I just realized. Hold on, where's that bar?
The line of barrels in front of the Duragar.
Okay, so my character is right over here.
I think it's gonna be better visually.
And from their positioning as the only seat on the end of the bar there by the bar's opening, it seems maybe they might be somebody who is something of a regular here.
You come here often? No.
Oh, come here often. I work here, lad.
Maybe I just pay enough to.
Or I just don't usually let myself be noticed.
For that.
Also, you tend to come here more often when it's a little busier. Usually the breakfast and dinner rushes.
Oh yeah.
You're actually a little bit before our usual lunch rush, which may be why you noticed me this time.
It's just... I take anything nowadays. Jobs have been so slim that lunch rush, dinner rush, it don't matter. As long as I get to meet some people.
Yeah.
Hey, you're looking for a job there, lad.
Yeah, I do mercenary.
Well, wouldn't pay terribly much, but I hate to say it, but I got a bit of a problem in the basement.
Wait. You haven't told me about this yet. You have a problem in the basement. I could have solved that a long time ago.
Not on your own, lad. I called for a exterminator from the capital, and he didn't come back up.
Oh, well, thank you for that. So, yes, I will definitely assist in this endeavor.
I'd feel much better if there were at least, 3 or 4 of you, but if you think you can handle these...
I think a mercenary and one more should be enough. A good small team. It's an enclosed space if we have too many. I mean, it's standard Durgar battle tactics.
Didn't you think any of
Don't send a large group.
help us?
If 2 or 3 can do the job, sending 4 is usually just going to add dead weight.
Well, looks at John. Go talk to the steamsmith there, Frank, and his apprentice. Maybe one of them will help. But first, he goes up behind. He goes around the corner and comes back around with a relatively decent-sized lunch. There we go.
Figure stands up. He says, "I'll go talk to the steamsmith. I know where their office is. I've been there enough times to have something repaired."
All right. Just let him know it's about the rodents of unusual size.
Oh dear. Yes, I will straight away. And then my character's going to head over to
This appears to be the forge.
Yeah. As you exit out the door, you feel the cold. But it's not too weird.
Actually, my character wouldn't feel the cold very much. He's in his full gear.
Mm-hmm. This honestly is it's about as weird as the caves, really.
Yeah.
Which
Kayla's
isn't
gonna
that-
look up. She's gonna have some soot on her face and hands.
At this point, actually, Jonas, Frank would be over here. I'm going to roll his steam tech check to begin working on new pipes.
Okay.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Hey? Oh, it's you,
I,
Trigger.
Yes. Johannes sent me. We've found a third for the rodent issue, and we think we can handle it now.
He reaches up to his mouth. The man always seems to have a cigar present. Takes it out. I keep telling that old dwarf, rodents of unusual size don't exist.
Well, considering that the exterminator from the capital didn't come back upstairs, whatever's down there, we need to flush it out. Or it's going to become a problem for the whole town. It doesn't matter if it's rodents of unusual size, or bloody goblins. Whatever's down there needs to be removed. It's irrelevant whether you believe in what he says is down there. We need to solve the problem because something's down there that can kill a capital exterminator.
Fair enough. Why don't you run along, kid? You know, up the mountain. Well, I'll see you over there at dinner.
Alright. Teddy's gonna...
As he's gonna keep
Well,
working.
I will endeavor to have her back by dinner, but I can make no promises as to what we may actually find down there.
Yeah, make sure she doesn't get herself killed. If she does, I'll be building a steam engine around you while you sleep.
If she gets herself killed, I assure you, I will almost certainly have died as well.
Very well.
Tyler laughs and is like, you know I can handle myself, Frank.
That's what I'm saying, says Trigger. I mean, I'm the soft and squishy one, folks. I mean, look at me. And actually, he is about human height, but he's like 3/4 the weight, very gaunt in build. He looks like you could hit him with a stick and he would shatter.
Alright.
It's deceptive, though. He's actually kind of tough.
So, what were you thinking in the way of fees?
Well, let's see here. I'll pay what I was gonna pay the exterminator, plus, well... I'll pay each of you that. That is about 100 gold. I can afford that.
100 gold for a single job.
He does a few stretches after he finishes his plate. I'm in.
Yeah. Now don't worry about the food. I won't charge you for it since you're doing the job.
Oh, if this includes meals, I'm gonna work extra hard.
I know, but basically as you head out the door, you two, Frank goes back to the forge and continues working.
I guess Kayla's gonna walk in.
As Jonas looks up, "Oh, hello there, lass. I suppose you're here to help as well."
Of course, Janice, why wouldn't I be here?
That's good, that's good.
You're that guy Frank's assistant.
That's right. And
I
who might
see
you be?
Yeah,
I
Frank,
see
this
him
is
in here a lot.
Smith, one of the best folks in town. Does good work.
That grumpy old bastard. Good man.
Grumpy he may be, but I've never known a dwarf or a Durgar to reproach someone for being grumpy.
No, for a human, he's one hell of a smith.
Smith the grumpier he can be without being offensive.
Aye.
Yeah.
A man with Frank's skills, quite frankly. I'm surprised any dwarf would ever be bothered by anything a man would say.
I guess I've never found this stuff useful because I'm the old school. Just need a sword heal for me.
I understand, lad. As the old Duergar will kind of wave his hand over at a suit of armor up against the wall. I remember those days.
So you get it.
Aye.
I may not have been a soldier, but I had to protect an entire village full of people. Man, we lived in a pretty, we were surrounded by nothing.
Well then, for those of you who are willing to take the job, you'll just come around the bar, I'll let you in downstairs.
Sure thing.
As he lets you in the stairs down here. Let me make sure my map is correctly set up. Ah, okay. Alright. Go ahead and place yourselves at the stairs on the top right.
Okay.
That's the top left. Oh, or
Yeah, it is top left. There's a bunch of...
Sorry, top left. My brain.
It's okay.
Okay, give me a half second. I just realized that I think Roll20 deleted a bunch of work that I did this week because my sheet is at a previous state to what I thought it was. And I'm having to put a bunch of my spells and feats and abilities back on my sheet. I have them, they're on my path builder and saved there, but unfortunately the transfer process is
Tedious.
at least you know what you have there for you to just copy and paste.
not really. Unfortunately, path builder is not very conducive to copy pasting, and path builder is not conducive to copying, and Roll20 tends to be a dick about pasting. Really wish there was an easier way to import shit to Roll20. That was
Okay. All I can say is, you know there are rats down here. You can hear them. Scuttling, squeaking, eating.
Well, there's
That's
definitely
great.
some kind of rats around here.
Should make a perception check to see if I can see them.
That's,
Alright.
I would try the same. Oh,
Let me see here.
yeah.
Oh. Alright. Well then. Good perceptions. KD. One moment. Alright, so, Kaylee, in order, see this one's head partially pop up out of a barrel. This one is rooting around among the remains of a couple barrels. This one's in a box. And, John, on top of what she sees, you see a rat on top of these boxes. And one over here.
Or like normal sized rat or like big, like you said.
They're big. They're the size of a...
Oh, big.
About the size of a corgi.
Okay.
That is definitely a rodent of unusual size.
What do you think I used the Picture of the rodent of unusual size from the movie.
Haley's like, those are some big rats. I guess Frank's wrong.
I guess Frank's wrong. Wouldn't be the first time.
Nope.
Let's get this stabbing rat.
The rats, let me just roll a quick perception. The rats so far don't seem to have noticed you. They're preoccupied with their nesting and eating.
Guess roll initiative.
One moment, let me get the initiative tracker up. Yes, roll initiative.
Click on your tokens over there. Who knows? So that the DM had some.
Fitting, considering they aren't exactly aware of you.
How tall are these crates, by the way, like stacked up bodies?
These crates, these barrels, about 3 feet up. These are smaller, 2 feet. These come up to about 6, 7 feet up.
So the darker ones are the tallest ones?
Yep.
Okay.
No, because they're stacked on each other.
Then, exactly what
Hello?
Don't know.
Hey, do you have your initiative set up?
Everything's set up. I'm just waiting on Red.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Let me write that. That's correct.
Okay, but you didn't have your initiative, your token clicked.
Literally, there's no way I couldn't have had my fucking token clicked. That was Roll20 being a dick. Literally the only
Do
thing
it
I
again and
stopped.
I'll set it to 21 anyway.
Yeah, because just be edited in post after.
Wait, did I literally roll a 20 on the first one on that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either way.
Wow. Okay, so apparently I have the reflexes today.
Yes.
And those reflexes are reflexes of Hermes.
And we are on descending order. Alright, everyone.
That would have pointed out anyone that
Yeah.
that he didn't get to see or she didn't see. So.
Yep, you're only aware of the rats within a certain radius of yourselves at the moment, as the ones you noticed.
Oh, I didn't roll my perception.
Yep, roll your perception. Maybe you'll spot more rats. Or become aware of them since you can hear thought. Well, rat thoughts are thoughts.
Hold up. By that thought, rats have an intelligence of 1. Any rat within 60 feet I would already automatically be aware of, without a perception.
Let me do some measurement for you. Okay. Tregear. You are aware of some additional rats.
I point out the rats that can't be seen or noticed by these guys. There's one there,
There's one here.
there.
To be specific, you know there's one sitting on this crate. You know there's one nesting in this broken crate. You know there's one taking a shit in this crate.
I can probably smell it, all things considered.
Probably.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's the nice thing about my character. My character is a no, we don't get surprised.
neat little there.
Thought says 60 foot. Anything with an intelligence of 1 or greater is automatically detected by my character within this distance. The only things that block this are like Mind Blank and several similar high-level spells.
Yep. Oh yes, straight gear, it's your move. And as I said before, the rats do not seem to have noticed you. They seem preoccupied in their rat lives.
Pity for them, I'm about to put that to an end. But you'll have to give me a second, because Traeger is using the full breadth of his mental capacity to hammer his brain for ideas on what the F he should do next. That is a lot of rats. And he's pretty sure if one of them squeals a warning, that we're gonna get swarmed. Because he lived in the Underdark. He's probably actually very familiar with how dangerous rodents of unusual size are. Perhaps
Vaguely.
he's not as dangerous as the ones he's familiar with.
Now, the ones you're familiar with are about the size of German shepherds.
Yeah. No, I've probably hunted them in hunting parties with other folks. Okay, I'm gonna open with my once per day spell-like ability to cast Magic Stone.
Alright. Telekinetic projectile?
Negative.
Oh.
Magic Stone and telekinetic projectile do not stack or in any way, shape, or form. He pulls 3 sling bullets out of his pocket and charges them with the spell.
Okay.
Honestly, I really wish. Can I just treat telekinetic projectile as if I was using telekinesis to mimic the abilities of a sling?
Yeah, honestly I don't see why those spells can't stack.
Yeah.
Because all you're getting is a +1 to hit and damage with Magic Stone. It's like, it's not broken.
Yeah. Basically.
So go ahead and stack them if you want.
Hold on. The other thing is I'd like to be able to do things like have sharp stones to make it do slashing, piercing damage.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that.
Okay. Then yeah, no. Then he casts Magic Stone, and actually, he doesn't just cast Magic Stone. Because of something he knows about rodents of unusual size, that they tend to be aggressive and cannibalistic, he is going to pull out his sharp stones and break off the sides so they do slashing damage.
Hmm.
And then enchant them with Magic Stone.
Alright.
So he's going to do 1d6 plus 1 slashing damage when he attacks with it. But that is his standard. For my move, am I allowed to take a defensive stance or some shit for like a small extra dodge bonus?
Unfortunately, I think total defense is a full round.
Yeah, no, there should be another defense action than just total defense.
Oh well.
Another thing about. But no, I understand.
Alright then.
I'm probably going to just position myself. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll stealth for this. I think I got a good stealth. No, stealth is not one of my skills. What have I done? Or is this an incorrect list? Oh, I think this might be an incorrect list. God damn it. Man, but it's a good list. Makes sense. So I will stay with it. Okay, so, you know what? I'll just try it anyway. I'm gonna run... I may not be trained in this, but I've got a +2 from my dex.
Okay.
And I got a 20 on stealth!
Alright, keep that number in mind. For whenever you do your thing.
Yeah. Going to... move... forward, 5, 10, 15, 25, and 30.
One moment. I'm gonna have to check your radius again. Okay. As you move forward, you're now aware of 2 more rats napping in boxes.
Okay. Excellent.
It's full of rats, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, no. I motion and signal to these guys with my hands that 2 more up ahead and around the corner.
Alright. Here's Johnny.
Yep. He takes out his composite flamethrower and just shoots the one up on that tall crate.
Alright, roll to hit. That'll do it. It lets out a faint squeak and falls over on its side.
Nice.
The watch rat was not very watchful. And I just realized that's the token.
That's the barest little peep of a squeak and heels over and does the long stretch.
Yes. There we go.
And as my move action, I'm going to switch to my sword and shield.
Alright. Everything for you?
Yep, that's everything. I don't have anything else.
Alright then. Kaylee. Kaylee.
Oh, sorry.
That's
My
fine.
boss was texting me. I'm just gonna run up on this rat right here and hit it with my steam wrench.
Bonk. Go for the bonk.
Oh.
And a loud, angry squeak. So I'm just gonna roll their collective perception on that now. Ah, you hear that? No, it's probably just Ted. Yeah, he probably just fell off a box again. Stupid Ted. They're not smart.
The rat I hit isn't dead yet, right? How's
Nope.
it looking?
Pretty bad. You have made its nose officially crooked.
Yeah,
Quick! Whack! Just hit a fist of a few millimeters back, you probably would have flattened the side of the brain case.
Yeah. And time for the rodents of unusual size. This one right here is the only one aware of you. So,
The one that I attacked?
yep, it squeaks. It tries to bite you. And whips horribly as it starts gnawing on your steel-toed boot. The other rats nearby is like, nobody messes with Ted. I'm gonna get you, you stupid thing. I'm gonna roll this one's perception since it's right there.
Can Tagar hear Ted's thoughts?
It doesn't speak rat.
doesn't speak common or anything.
No.
Hold on. Empathy is not language dependent.
Nope, you can tell he's irritated, but you can't tell what he's saying. Only the other rats know what he's saying. And the other one in the barrel just lets out a squeak and the barrel thumps. Irritation. As Ted just hears, "Shut up, Ted!" Try gear.
God. Okay.
First the opera, now this.
God damn it! Let's see. 5, 15, 20, 30. And I'm gonna shoot this in the butt.
Okay. Roll your 2 hit as you become aware of what appears to be another watch rat. And 2 rats Nomming on flesh. And two rats in a pot.
I think I found the exterminator.
Yeah. Again, you know they're cannibalistic. They might just be eating another one of them.
They tend to focus the cannibalism on when one of them is injured, but yeah, that's true. It could be.
But go ahead and
still.
roll your 2-hit on the rat.
Yeah, give me a second. I was peeling an orange. TKP.
Mm.
Okay, where's that ranged attack? There it is.
I mean, you dent the wood.
Of course it did.
Roll the rat's perception. It pops its head up out of the box. It's got an orange in its mouth, and it spots you.
God damn it.
Letting out a scree.
Whoa, hold up. Does it beat a 20 on stealth?
Nat 20. It matches you with a nat 20.
That's fucking... That's some fucking bullshit.
That is some fucking luck on the rat's part.
No, that's the shitty fucking engine on the fucking dice for Roll20. Fucking hate that shit.
I mean, they kept getting 5s up to this point. I was hoping you'd kill most of them without them noticing. Mind you, this guy's screeching. I'm gonna roll the other's perception, but for what reason? They're not smart. They're not team-oriented animals in this case.
You should also roll their perception and with synth bonus to see if they notice there's a new corpse lying around that's got blood and stuff.
They just you just hear a lot of squeaking and frustration in your head from them. Shut up, Terry! We know you like oranges! Get back in your orange crate! You know, fuck it, Trigger, just because they're so simple, I'm gonna say your empathy translates that for you. Because they're such simple creatures that it makes sense that empathy could probably read that.
All of their thoughts are basically empathic. They don't even have level of language.
I know, but to your brain, it's reading it as that. It's just using whatever words it can equate to it. But yeah, no. This is Terry. He likes oranges, apparently. And you've irritated him. Also, it's not an orange in his mouth. He's got a grapefruit stuck in his mouth.
Oh no. Terry's got pissed.
He's bitten off more than he can chew. John, you see a rat sticking out of a box with a grapefruit in its mouth. You there, John?
Yeah, sorry. I thought you were still on it.
Nope.
Alright. 2. Yeah. I might charge this one.
Alright.
Being green with my weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, slashing damage.
You fully bisect the rat. As the rat in the box is like, oh, it wasn't opera this time, as it dies.
What? is more confused than the rat.
Easier than I thought.
Don't get complacent.
Kaylee, you grumpy McSqueaker in front of you chewing on your boot.
Hey, this guy...
That
All
one.
I had was a steam wrench,
Yes.
so... I
So
had to bash
bonk.
the steam wrench. Oh. Did I hit it?
Sadly, you do not.
Ah.
When you come close enough that you do tap him, and he goes, ah! And goes back to nomming on your boot.
Okay.
At this point, you can hear light clicking as he's made his way to the steel cap.
Click,
His-
click, click, click.
Rodents.
You boots.
This rodent versus the rodent on the boot. Does he change his mind? Kaylee, 16.
I believe. Yeah, that hits.
Let's go of your boot. Bites you on the ankle for 4 points of
Ooh.
piercing damage.
4 points.
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna leave a scar.
Yeah, I think it pretty hurts.
Yep.
That definitely hurts.
Alright, and the one with the grapefruit is going to sit there as it makes a bite attack on the grapefruit. And with the penalties of having its jaw shitted up by the grapefruit, it's not going to be able to bite through it. Dragear.
This guy went right out of combat. Stop your face.
These aren't smart animals.
Okay, so I'm going to correct my mistake from last time. Now I'm rolling my goddamn dice.
Go ahead.
So, does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That is 7 damage.
You beat him right between the eyes, and he falls over with the grapefruit still stuck in his jaws.
Doesn't
Yeah.
even have a chance to tell everyone, oh god, I'm dying.
He died as he lived, fruity as hell.
Oh my god! He died like a fruit.
John.
So he died standing up for what he believed in? That's fair.
Oh, wait, Trig, are you gonna move? I want to make sure before I move on to John that if you have any movement you want to take.
Give me a sec. You know... Nice. Okay, I'll go. And... 1D. 5. 30.
Just remeasure. We should probably put an aura on you for your thought sense.
That's probably a wise idea. Here.
Yeah, and make sure you click on the
Radius,
there.
60 feet, circle, color tint. Save setting.
Alright.
There! Conveniently, anything in the purple circle, I can sense.
Alright then. You're aware of another rat in a box. There's paper in there. It seems interested in the paper. John, your move. And attack and whatever you're gonna do.
No, I think this is kind of going to wind up being my character's role. Kind of halfway between the stealthy guy and the,
Yeah, I'm gonna
mage.
I'm gonna hit the one she's been struggling with. Help her out.
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Uh,
I'm probably gonna go. No?
Probably should have gone with my original plan and healed you instead.
That would have been a better idea, but
He's got a fat head.
Katie. Chewy there is still on your foot, going at your ankle.
let's see if I can bash him off my ankle. Does that work?
Yeah, you clobber his skull in, and as he falls off your boot,
Knock it out.
Okay.
as he falls off your boot, make a quick perception in the barrel he was sleeping in.
Make a perception.
Yes.
Okay.
That's good enough.
This is good
You do
enough.
see some shines in there.
Ooh, shines.
It seems the rat's been collecting things. In fact, roll me a quick craft magitech. You see a small shard of worked crystallized weave. Meaning it's usable.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
With that roll, you know it's usable on weapons.
Yeah,
What's that?
definitely gonna grab that.
And
It's a free action, so
it is a swift action to apply it to a weapon.
What did I grab again?
A crystallized weave. Didn't quite roll high enough to identify it, but you know it's for weapons. And you know, and it is a swift action to apply it to a weapon.
John's not a tech guy. He's old school.
Would I know if I could put it on this wrench right now?
You can put it on anything that's masterwork, at least.
The wrench is not masterwork. So I'm gonna look at John there and go like, "You got a masterwork sword?"
Oh, hold on. I really would think that her steam wrench should be
It would be
masterwork.
masterwork, as you would have
Okay.
masterwork tools.
Alright, so guess I'll take my swift action and put it onto my wrench.
Alright.
So what does it do?
I will let you roll another Magitech roll on your next attack on a rat to find out.
Okay. Alrighty then.
The rodents stay in their boxes.
It's interesting shiny shard you got there. What's
Trade Geary here. You know what's funny? I feel the guys seem to have gone quiet. It's probably nothing. Trade Geary, you just hear a bit among the rats. Some of them gone quiet. It's probably nothing. Trade Gear. It's just the wind.
Face palm.
It's just the wind in the basement.
In the basement. 5, 10. Okay, actually, you know what? That's what I'm gonna roll next. Does a 12 hit
Hit what?
a rat?
Uh, a 12 would not hit. Actually,
What?
no, it would. They're flat-footed,
Okay.
as they are not aware of you.
7 damage.
And another rat goes quiet.
Okay. Now that he's not a threat to deceive me, I am going to move
Okay. No new rats.
I didn't expect that to be. He's kind of canvassing the place.
Fair enough. That it for you?
Yeah, that's my movement standard, so yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
John.
That was also the last of my magic spells.
Is it a move action or a swift action to take something out of your bag?
Move action, generally.
Okay. So, I'm about to take one of my scrolls out of the bag and use it for your life.
Go ahead and roll a use magic device.
Right.
Remember, that is the main thing for that. If you want, I'll let you exchange the scrolls for potions of the same type. As you could have easily gotten those from the priest too, and those don't require a check.
Yeah, I think
And they cost about the same.
If he's intending to be a character who uses divine magic later, it would make sense for him to use the scrolls as a character thing.
That's not. It's just a. I don't know.
Just a useful gear thing, I think.
Yeah.
It would make more sense to carry potions and hand them off to people then, because if you don't have a really high charisma to start, use magic device tends to be really hard.
It's intelligent based, actually.
Yeah. But use magic device is
Oh, wait,
charisma. Yep, you're coaxing the item to work for you rather than figuring out how it works.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. So you're just gonna let me use that as a potion instead?
Yeah, I will let you exchange all those scrolls of Cure Light in your inventory for potions of the same type. Same with other scrolls if there's a potion equivalent.
Okay. Oh, so I just uncork the potion and
You just hand it off and she can take it when it gets to her turn. I will allow it as a swift action
hold on.
since it's been handed off.
He is,
I am close enough to where I could
it's
just...
a
I
Yeah,
know, you were
to hand
administering
off.
it, so...
It is a free action to hand off an item. Same as dropping an item.
Yeah.
That is fair.
However, if he wants to, he can use his standard action to literally hold it to her mouth and let her drink it on his turn.
We are close enough.
And that would get it done.
Alright, so...
Also treat them as having the maximum possible caster level for Cure Light. So a d8 plus 5.
Okay.
I always treat potions like that in my campaigns. They are
Okay,
always
8
maximum
hit points.
caster level for it.
Back. You heal for 8.
There you go, Kaylee.
I'm pretty sure I don't get all the 8, but I just get that 4 back.
Yeah, you're back to full.
Yeah.
Gotta be more careful next time.
Yeah, she's like,
Big teeth.
yeah, but all I really know how to do is bash things.
That's okay. Actually, I'm probably not close enough.
If I've learned anything out where I used to live,
Actually,
fighting...
no, I could probably clearly hear them bantering. Let me check my perception again. What would my passive perception be? Ridiculous.
Modifier
Yes,
plus
probably.
10.
If I've learned anything over the years, it's that the bigger the creature, the crunchier the sound your bones will make.
He looks at John. How old is John? Or how old does John look?
Okay, that's a 7.
Those are 2 split hairs right there, because one is actually... I mean, he's
Lydia?
Mm-hmm.
Lydia? Would you
Yes.
consider my character to have a +4 to perception for hearing things because
Yeah,
he is-
because you
he is
are...
blind?
Yeah.
It looks like he's in his 20s, but he's in his 30s. He's 30.
So
Okay.
my passive perception is 21 to hear things or smell things.
There you go.
He also got a light point to his ears because he's half.
Right. Kaylee is a 60-year-old human, so...
what?
And she,
You know what?
is,
It occurs
she
to
just,
me that the way halfling magic works in my campaigns, there could be half halflings.
Huh.
But yeah, that's my.
Eh, alright.
yeah.
Kaylee, you're feeling better. You know
Well-
that Traeger pointed out there were rats over here.
Well, Kayla's gonna go 55.
He's basically been going around
She's
waiting
thinking about
you
right
guys
here.
pointing at the rats.
Alright. By the way,
Yeah.
now that you're closer, the crystal that you saw shining is beginning to pulse a little.
Can I do another check on it?
Yes. Now that you're seeing it do something. Good enough? That is more than enough for this. This is what I would call a least bane crystal.
Okay.
On its own, without more of them, it has the effects of essentially favorite enemy for a first level ranger against a certain type of creature. In this case, animals.
That's wide range creatures.
Yes.
Well, the way the Ranger's class ability works, yeah. So,
Based off of
I think
subtype.
uh-huh. Oh no, it's based off of primary type and subtype for larger groups like humanoid.
Okay.
So,
You know there are rats close to you and the crystal's reacting. Basically, it's the bonus to tracking.
yeah.
And if you were to attack with it, you gain a plus, if I'm correctly, plus hit and plus to damage based on it.
Yeah, +1 to hit, +1 to damage on favorite enemy.
Alright. So, +1 to hit those rats then. Okay.
And of course, the crystal can be simply removed when time comes, though. The fun thing with them is that they're generally not easily able to be removed unless you're the person who put it there.
But I put it there, so.
Rat!
Honestly, I like the idea of like magic crystals you bond to your weapons. There's a reason why that's such a popular thing in RPGs
Mm-hmm.
in video games.
Traeger, you hear more chatter from the rats in your brain. Further down to the south, you hear, this liver's good. No, I prefer the spleen.
Yeah, the spleen's all blood. The liver's where the iron is. It's got that rich flavor.
Anyway, they're still unaware. Traeger.
Okay. I am going to use one of my sharp stones, and I'm going to go for this one. I will run it, and it is an 8. Never mind, I don't hit shit. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you heard me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't hit shit. So, in that case... Perfecto. Five, 10, 25.
6 squares is 30 feet.
Okay. Since it would have... Alright.
I'm a lefter that have thought sense.
As with this, roll me a quick intelligence check.
Is there a knowledge that might be relevant if I have
No,
it?
it's just flat, basic, okay, this makes sense type intelligence. And it's not a very high DC, it's just so I can give you something.
Oh, no. Int check is easy for me.
Yeah, it was a 10. You're like, based on the sounds you've heard and based on the thoughts you've heard, you now have an accurate count as to how many living rats there are in the room.
Ah! Excellent. Now I go back to the others and inform them where all of the rats in the room are.
John.
But that's future turns. Onwards.
Sure, double. Yeah. That's how charge works. You double your movement and then plus 2 your attack.
Doubles movement, plus 2 to attack, minus 2 to AC.
Alright. So how much charge that guy?
Oh, I just found an error on my sheet. I do not have a 20. I have a 24 on myself.
There you go.
So
No, not a 24, a 23.
so that's a 24 to hit and 11 slashing.
That'll do it. That's a dead rat in a box.
How many more you see? Looking over again. Who seems to be psychic mind brain shit. Above John's head, but he knows that there's something going on.
For all you know, he's a divining wizard.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
But yeah,
How many more do you see or whatever?
that's fair trigger.
Traeger would, look, I'm considering you're like 60 feet from me. You're gonna need to move closer before we can communicate effectively.
But you can't
Without
see.
alerting all of them. If I speak loudly enough for you to hear me 60 feet away, everyone else in 60 feet is going to get a perception check.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay, that was my turn.
Which is currently almost all of the rats. So no, I'm not going to...
Yeah. Alright. Keeley.
I guess I can see this right here, right?
You know there's one in that direction.
Right. So I guess it'd move.
If she looks to the trigger for guidance, he's going to point at the crate for her.
20. 25. I can see it now, though. Yes.
As you walk up to the crate, the rat kind of climbs up out of the hole of the crate. It's not facing you. Shakes its face, begins pawing its face and cleaning itself. Make your attack. Because it's not looking at you.
Ah. Ah.
Donk!
That's terrible.
You decided to break that
I'll let Reddery roll his die on that one, because that's just...
Yeah.
That is a 13 on the die.
Okay. And go ahead and roll the
13
damage
on the
die, which is a
die.
d6.
So it's 13 plus 2, so it's,
Ack! I accidentally just threw my die across the room.
Oh no.
on me. There it is. And it's a 6.
Okay.
Alright. So,
I'm gonna stop rolling this particular die because it apparently no, now it rolls a
So-
1.
And
I
as
roll
you
a
hit it
test,
hard,
roll
you
rolls
hit
a
the
1. What
rat
the hell?
so hard it shoots back down to the crate and does not come back up.
Nice.
Whack-a-mole!
The crystal begins to pulse a little weaker, but still pulsing. There's more in the area.
You sure do not skills.
Oh, yes, that's right. It's pulsing, so I know that. I kind of know they're there, right?
You know, there's some in the area. Within a good...
Yeah.
The best way I'd say at the least one has a range of about 500 feet.
Okay.
Also, we need to work out a set of hand sights in character for the next battle.
Okay.
Gonna have to come up with that plan character too.
Trigger already has.
Right?
He's frustrated because he's used to dealing with Durgar who have a set of hand signs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These youngins used to whispering stuff or yelling things across the room.
Trigger's used to being prepared to silently give warnings because if you don't alert your enemy with sound, it's a lot harder to be noticed. Especially when you can
Yeah.
see farther than your
He's
enemy
not,
can.
God's not an idiot, it's just like... He's got that, I don't know. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
it should be the rats? Right?
Yes. Your best bet is to get up close to Trey Gear, so he can tell you. Or just roll another perception check.
Hold on, it's the rat's turn now.
Alright.
Isn't it?
Rats. One moment.
Because now that I know that they're all there, my literal next move is to move up to these guys and let them know where the rats all are. Because this is what I do.
Now... Yeah, you know what? Just, it doesn't, they don't notice you, but, Trigger, you feel this internal feeling of all the rats suddenly just kind of sitting up and cleaning themselves, and you get the urge, like, I need to clean my face. Not powerful enough to make you do it, but it's like, why am I not cleaning my face? Trigger, it's your move.
Your thoughts out of my head, you little fuzzballs! I'm not even going to worry about an attack this turn. I already measured it. So, I make a double move.
What's it look like over there? He says whispering, of course.
I informed them in intimate detail of exact locations of each of the rats and their general activities.
Kaylee just killed the one who came out of the outhouse, apparently.
Yeah.
So they're pretty stupid, all things concerned.
They're rats. They don't have a lot of brain. Suffice it to say, listening to their thoughts is, honestly, just tedious.
Some of the rats we're hunting from are kind of tricky looking, but they're small.
Hold on, did nobody notice what I just said?
What did he say?
Neither of you noticed? Then you don't get to know.
That
I'm gonna
happens.
make a perception check for that then.
Kayla's just like,
No, because it's not a perception check thing. If you didn't catch that in the conversation that we just had, you don't get that in character.
Well, when you're talking over me, how am I supposed to catch that?
Either way, you all now know the locations of the rats. They're cleaning themselves up. Trade gear. One last thing. The rats that are still within your thought sense. You hear one thing.
All two of them.
You get a feeling of meeting. Whatever that means. John.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, the two behind. Anything down here you don't exactly have line of sight on yet.
Yeah, I can only have line of sight on this. So what I'm gonna do is, as a full round action without actually attacking, can I do a running jump onto the top of this thing? Just like charge and then jump on top. It's a full round action.
If you want to charge,
Because,
If you want to charge up the boxes, I'll require acrobatics or a climb check.
that's fine. I was just making sure I could be able to do it.
Alright, roll either of the two as you do it, whichever you prefer. Okay, yeah, no, you can get up there with the rat. Which looks startled there's someone on his box.
Yeah.
More at the fact that it's his box than there's someone on it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Like that.
As you would be here.
Here?
Yep.
Okay.
I got kicked from Discord.
Oh.
So
Oof.
what happened?
Not much. Trigger pointed out the rats, and John just ran up the box to intimidate one with his sword.
Yeah, I kind of just cut some hair off of him. Not really hitting the head or anything. Oh, God damn it.
He now has a bald spot. Looks like an old man.
At least you look stupid.
Kaylee.
Well, Kaylee knows there's rats down here. So she's just gonna be a stupid teenager, just gonna be like, yada da da. And I think this is about as far as she's gonna get.
Alright. So for what you can see up there, John Monk, Kaylee can see at the moment, you see these rats right here that are eating the body of what you can only guess was the capital exterminator.
So that's where he went.
Kaylee's gonna kind of look behind her and be like, she's kind of gotta make like weird movements, trying to say she sees with her hands a dead body.
Okay, make me, you know what? Make me a perform check to convey this.
Ah, there we go. That's a good one.
Tragier, I want you to make a general intelligence to understand what she's saying. Wait, you can't see what she's saying.
I don't have any perform. Wait, I didn't put anything in perform.
Shit.
What's for?
3.
3.
So even if Tragier were to get it, oh boy. Oh boy, Tragier, are you able to roll to see what hand sign she's making?
Oh, it's charisma. So add. Nope, 0. 0. So it's 3. You have no idea what I'm trying to say.
It seems like she's telling a story about a rat, a rabbit, and a chicken who go on a quest to flush a toilet. Rodents of Unusual Size. Well, as you are standing there, you two, see a rodent come out of this box and sit near the corpse.
Lydia, I got a 16 on that.
Oh. To understand what she was... Oh.
Total, including my intelligence on it.
Well, with her really bad perform, that's what you get out of it.
She's bad at it. That's what you get.
Rodent comes out of this box. 2 rodents hop out of the pots.
Oh boy, there's more than
As they'll start chattering at each other. Let's see. This one. Trig here.
That's my name.
It's up to you. The rat on the box is currently irritated with John for making him look like an old man. The bald spot.
Okay, then, oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Five, 10, 20, 25, 30.
As you pass over the group and cannot hear them, you hear this one over here, as if it's addressing the others, going, "Alright now, settle down everybody. Stinky the watch rat said he saw Terry's body with a grapefruit stuck in its mouth. Now which one of you killed Terry?" As they're basically trying to go through who was where when Terry died.
They're playing Among Us.
Hey! I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make the sound of a rodent of unusual size battle cry challenge for leadership from this one.
Okay.
Unless that's the leader, in which case it's from
Oh no, the leader's right here.
Perfect. In fact, I'll make it come from both of them.
Okay, do me a favor. Roll bluff.
Bluff? Okay! Let's see, what's my bluff check? Not very high, I think.
It's probably going to be high enough, though. They aren't smart.
No, and I should get a bonus, because I am familiar with the Rouse challenge calls. Oh, that is a 19.
Good enough. Good enough. Alright. As you do this, you see this guy look at Georgie? Greg? No! I should have known you two was killers! John, you now see discontent among the rats as they begin to posture and make noises at each other. Except for the one who's angry at you for making him bald.
The first thing to do is kill him with that. Yeah, really.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Starting place. So he goes, ha ha! And the rat's like, ha, you missed me. Slides left, slides right, falls forward.
Yes.
It takes a few practice. That's all you gotta do.
And like, practicing?
You don't know.
I didn't notice anything. Splorp.
Right. There you go.
The last thing to go through his mind, after the sword, of course, was, wait, why is my torch still up there?
Now, would this be like standing on the edge of it, or...
You'd be hopping down to the next crate.
Oh, so I'm just gonna stand right there then.
Alright.
So this rat is dead, the one he just swung at?
Yes, one moment.
So I'm gonna guess the rats either have... They have 8 or...
It's hard to tell. Kaylee. They have about as many hit points as most first level
They
wizards.
Most of them probably have
Okay.
more than all.
Yeah. Well, I hit it for 5 the first time and it didn't die, so... Is it my turn?
Yep, it's your move.
Can I see these rats over here right now? I'm pretty sure I can.
Yeah, you can see them and you can see they're posturing at each other.
I'm going to try to move up very slowly and very stealthily, so let's see if I can do that.
Roll stealth.
I'm going to still try. I'm going to get about right here.
Yeah, you kind of trip over your own feet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what happens when a rat chews up the front of your boots so much.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm gonna roll their perception, but yeah, no, with the negatives they have from their current predicament, they don't even notice you, as now they're hopping mad at each other.
I literally just set up an internal conflict in the entire collective.
They now think they know who the
instantly went,
imposters are.
Oh look! A powder keg! Have a bat!
That's funny.
And they're like, wait, no! And then everything explodes.
Alright. So, rodents, this one's going to rush over and see the fight and get hopping mad. These two get mad and paranoid. So I'm going to roll a quick wisdom for them. Nope. They turn on each other.
Go figure.
They're not they do not have the wisdom, charisma, or intelligence to get themselves out of a situation where they are convinced that someone in their own group is an enemy.
Yep.
They're all gonna fight each other now because they have no idea who their friends are anymore.
Yeah. As basically the melee starts and, well, we just do a quick roll of some dice, as you can just stand there and watch at this
For the
point.
record, in case you can't tell, my favorite play style is to set the enemy up to defeat themselves.
Yeah, no, it takes about 24 seconds with the rats rip each other to pieces. This is why I...
Then we get to pick off the stragglers.
There are no stragglers.
Oh god!
They were that thorough.
There should be one or two who are still, like, at least breathing at the end of this. Oh god.
You would think. You see one breathing, you poke it and it dies. It turns out it was just on the die-hard feet. I'm kidding about that. I would not give them the Die Hard feat. That is incredibly cruel.
Still, it only mean like 17 hit point value. So most of them would probably, a good number of them would probably still be breathing, but like none of them are able to like crawl away after the whole scrum, shall we say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a creative solutions specialist. I like to solve problems in ways that no one can see coming.
You know, this is one of my favorite solutions to combats. There's a reason I love the spell Enemies Abound from 5e.
Oh, that is a good. That sounds like it'd be a great spell.
It takes
I
one
love
target and makes them
presentation.
think every other creature around them is their enemy.
Just for future reference,
This
you
is
can't
what I
actually-
love.
What? For future reference, you can't actually use person's education for sound.
You can't?
Yeah.
Wait, I think it was only... shoot. Oh well.
It's
Oh,
fine.
in that case, let me roll off perform real quick.
Yeah.
And
It's just for color, heat, warmth,
Okay.
form, ill, flavor. Nothing that can actually do damage, and also, like, with 1 pound object, there's no sound making or image making. It doesn't take the place of any other spell.
no, I didn't think it would, but
Because there is a 0 level spell that does make sounds. It's called Ghost Sound.
then I may have taken the wrong one. Because actually, can I swap my message for ghost sound, Lydia? 'Cause
Yeah,
that
that's
seems better for
fine.
my character.
It's better suited for what you do.
No,
Yeah.
also, it's probably how my character talks, because I don't see him as actually having vocal cords.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah, that would have hurt. Using Ghost Sound.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
With that, and calculating, all of you gain 200 XP.
That means we get our second level of expert, doesn't it?
You gain your second level of whatever commoner class you have. As
Yeah,
as I would place this, for the entire day you are chasing these rats around the cellar, bonking them, chasing them, finding things, until you get them all when they're at their daily meeting, where you get them to believe that they are the enemy. And as you climb out of the cellar, it's dinner time. The sun is setting.
Man, it feels like we were only down there for like 30 seconds.
I'll move you back to the
Maybe a
map.
minute. Sorry.
So what's the next level for counter level? I mean,
You'll need to be at 400 for the next one.
okay.
Doing my ranks and stuff. Leveling up. There. Well, it took a while and a little bit of finesse, but we're done.
Ah, that's good. Well then,
There's a lot of Mustangs down there.
I'm not surprised. Well then, why don't you kids have dinner on me?
Yeah, you might want to send someone down to clean up their bodies.
Ah, don't worry about it. I know a person.
Oh, and send
Only
a
one
letter
body.
back to the let's see, because the guy who's sitting is dead.
Hmm. Alright. By the way, each of you add 100 gold to your sheet.
Here goes.
This will hand each of you a fairly weighty pouch.
Yeah, I got some good money there.
Some good
Tregear would have his usual smoothie,
Hmm.
as he doesn't even really take off his mask and everything, and just like,
Yeah.
gone.
As you enjoy dinner, people come and go, the sun sets.
Actually, you know what? I think he would be comfortable enough here that he would take his mask off and actually eat himself a nice steak.
Yeah.
Does he look any different than human? Or...
Oh, he looks nothing like human. For starters, the eye doesn't, the face around his goggles doesn't dip in at all, as far as you can tell. Like, it seems to be a smooth plane between the goggle, the skin above the goggles, which you can barely see, and it's not actually his skin because there's face part of the suit. Actually, the only skin you see is when he takes off his mask. There's a very small opening for about where a chin would be, but he doesn't have a chin, basically. It's very rounded. And his nose looks kind of like a skull nose socket on a human, except with a little more flesh on it. Just very flat and open, and he just eats the steak. Seems to particularly enjoy the steak and the fried chicken, and, or whatever the meat products are that are available, and probably a bowl of stew as well.
You look like you haven't seen a meal in a while. No offense.
Oh, no, I have to eat like a pig to keep my metabolism up. And actually, he probably does have like 4 plates of food.
Oh, yeah, no.
Probably.
You get along well with my...
No, it's not even like, you're probably given like a whole, like...
Ladder?
You probably have like 2 whole racks of just like ribs in front of you.
Yeah, no, he did, like, wow, 2 whole racks of ribs. You got any to spare? No. By the time he's done, he stripped it bare and sucked the marrow.
You get along well with the people of my village. Times
For
a half point.
Whatever. For HP, are we still doing maximum hit die? Or are we rolling?
I believe I was having you roll or take average, but you can only do one or the other.
Okay.
God damn it.
If you don't trust your dice, take average. It's best option, typically.
No, I trust my dice. I just don't like rolling for it. Honestly, max HP is not that powerful a thing to give the players, and it really does help long-term longevity.
You know what? There's only 3 of you take max hit dice. If there were more of you, I would consider it otherwise.
That's fair. That's 18. So I think the extra is 8.
It's a D8.
It is a D8. So that is 8 plus 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 9. It's 18. It's 1. Now for...
Yep, I've done everything from my level up.
Good.
Because I'm aware we don't get much.
Ah. Well then.
Yeah. I'm just
As...
a commoner, so...
That's perfectly fine.
That really happens was...
In the end here...
He got a +1.
In the end... You guys have your dinner... And the sun has mostly set at this point when you're finished. The old Duergar's gonna look at the other 2 of you. You should probably get back to, wherever you got to be going. I know the old priest will lock up the church in a couple hours so people can sleep. And, well, no idea what Frank's looking for, but I haven't seen him for dinner. Here. And he, hands you a wrapped sandwich, Kaylee. Bring that to the old fella.
Kaylee
Can I get
just,
a couple of nails for the road?
Kaylee just... some things. It walks off.
Feel free to come in for breakfast tomorrow morning, lad. You've more than earned it.
Yeah. Can I get a couple of nails to go? Come on. Share one more deal with the man.
Ah, alright. One moment, I know the priest's favorite. As he'll, hand you something wrapped for the priest. Hadn't seen him today either.
He usually keeps these.
Yeah.
Thanks for the business, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright. So, Kaylee, as you walk back in, you see that Frank's fallen asleep on the inactive steam engine. He's managed to replace a good 40% of its working parts in the day.
Well, Kaylee just...
You know what?
You're cut out. You can hear anything now.
Oh no.
Well, I can hear Lydia just fine.
Hello?
That's really weird.
I'm here.
Oh, you mean... Oh, we're... Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Alright.
Okay, keep
Oh,
talking.
I noticed. Anyway, you were saying?
I did, hold on. I did too at exactly the same time.
That was interesting. Anyways, I was going to go up to Frank and kind of shake him awake.
Hmm? Oh, yeah, it's you, kid. This kind of
Like,
shakes his
yeah.
head a little.
Let's see. She's just like, Giannis, get Giannis a sandwich. And you're wrong. There are giant rats. Big as a dog, I say. A
Of
sweet dog, but
course.
still.
Looks down at your boot. Oh, well then.
Yeah.
Why don't you get some rest? I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna eat and finish up some paperwork.
She's like, alright, Frank. See you later.
Yep.
She walks out the door and back into, I guess, their little, I guess, house, their little shack.
Alright. So John and Kaylee, as you're walking around outside, I want you both to make me quick perception checks. It's gonna take a bit of a DC, but if you make it, I'll give you something on this.
Trigger would probably be outside as well because he'd probably step out for a smoke after dinner.
Alright, Trig, you're also roll.
Come on, dice. Be nice. That's a 22. Or is it a hearing or scent-based perception?
It's a hearing check.
26.
John? You hear
Night.
all of you, actually, including Kaylee, hear the faint hiss of something.
Is it a familiar hiss like rats or something else?
No.
Hold on. Would a
Knowledge nature.
knowledge...
Engineering.
Ooh.
Does it sound mechanical of any sorts?
You know what?
Like a steam
Roll me
engine?
craft steam work. Or steam
Craft
tech.
steamer?
It sounds vaguely like a steam engine releasing a small amount of build pressure.
Okay.
Now that
So,
isn't too weird.
since I-
It could be in town. Could just be one of the local engines. But it sounded kind of far
Okay.
off.
I'm going engineering because all my knowledges are the same.
Yeah, I mean, it's mechanical. That's all you can really get.
So okay, what direction was it heading? Or at?
You can't really pinpoint a direction. All you know is it's a good ways off. And, Red, what other roll were you going to make? Red?
He must have dropped again.
Oh.
Discord's being a bit of a butt today.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello. There you are.
Hello?
26 on knowledge engineering.
Definitely mechanical. And from what you can tell with your perception, it's a good ways out. Not in this small town.
That's... How much does my character know? Not much, not much. I wouldn't know much about the situation.
Actually, roll me a quick local because of because you're in the bar. You'd hear rumors,
I have no local.
or
have it on
well,
knowledge,
local
yeah.
or history, whichever. Even just flat
I don't have
intelligence,
either, though.
because this is
Okay.
more of a memory check on what rumors you've heard in the bar.
Since I'm from the town, can I roll local?
Okay,
too?
that's a 24, and I even rolled that on the freaking
Mm-hmm.
roll 20.
And yeah, go ahead and roll your local as well. All three of you two as well.
I guess Kaylee wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, Kaylee, you just shrug and head to bed. John? And Tregear. You've heard the rumors around town and many other places. John, you've heard them in other places in the Diamond Cave.
Yeah, my travel's on the way here.
Rumors that the Andrestal Empire to the south is planning an invasion. Mind you, these are just rumors and they're often waved off as speculation. They've been a long time just good neighbors. They haven't done anything for so long. Why would they attack now? Plus, they'd have to get through the mountains, and there's really only one pass to the south. Tregear, mostly the same, though the people around here are a bit more nervous, and you know why. This town is particularly close to that one pass. And with that, as you all settle in for the evening, I'm going to leave it on that cliffhanger.